The first day of the final Cornhill Test match at the Oval. Welcome to the highlights. Welcome also to Mnet Supersport in South Africa and to all other countries taking the highlights of this very, very exciting series. 1-1 it is at the moment. An exciting victory for Pakistan at Lords, and then England won the fourth Test match at Headingley. And these are the teams which were announced at the toss today. Perfect conditions at the Oval, temperature around about 22 degrees, a good pitch, and Graham Gooch won the toss and decided England would bat. He then said that Tim Munton would be 12th man, and Pakistan have left out Inzamam ul Haq and put in Shoaib Mohammed, and they have made a surprising change. Moin Khan, the wicketkeeper, goes out, and Rashid Latif, the young wicketkeeper batsman, comes into the side. Just confirmation now that the two umpires standing in this game are Harold Bird and David Shepherd, and that England won the toss and are batting. The opening batsmen, Graham Gooch and Alex Stewart. We join play now with the second ball of the second over. It's 5 for no wicket, and Waqar Younis is the bowler, coming into the England captain.
No third man. It's always a long run, and Shoaib will know that he's back in Test cricket. A couple of sprints on either side of the wickets. Here comes Wasim Akram. Well, a third one in short. It's an amazing shot, that, because the ball actually was slanting across towards second slip, and Graham Gooch just paddled it through mid-wicket.
Well, there's quite a lot of risk about that shot. You saw how wide it was of the off stump. You'd really have to fetch that ball a long way. Just watch now where it is. That's way outside, and that could easily have gone straight up. A fraction more bounce, that would have gone straight in the air, but he made good contact, and that ball went through straightish mid-wicket for 4.
That was a bit quicker. Oh, well bowled. Again, he tests Gooch, and this time it was a false stroke, an inside edge. Flew off to fine leg for 4 runs. The keeper had no chance at all to stop it.
Yes, it's the height that got. Gooch got in good position, but the ball bounced a little higher than he expected. Didn't quite get the bat straight. Just a little inside edge.
Change of bowling immediately. Aqib Javed comes on at the pavilion end. Good clip. Lovely shot. Perfect timing. And again, Aqib will not be happy with that. Just drifting towards leg stump.
Well, beautifully timed shot by Alex Stewart. No real power to it. Just really using the pace of the ball, turning the wrists, and away through mid-wicket.
Slower ball, attempted Yorker, and some sort of victory for the bowler. Not a very rewarding one. It's cost him 3 runs, but as Gooch played the shot, the timing wasn't there, and really wasn't in the direction in which he was aiming.
Well, it was well thought out. Lovely slower ball. Graham Gooch just getting it off the thick outside edge, almost squeezed it out. No third man, so the bowler pays the penalty.
Oh, that was beautifully bowled. From the fast bowler's point of view, that's as good a hostile delivery as you could see.
Well, it's a difficult ball to play as a batsman because it's very straight, difficult to get out of the way of. And Graham Gooch set off to play it, but then it gets a little bigger than you think, and instead of playing it from your chest, it's actually in your neck hole. Playing it from your chest is easy, but once it gets a bit higher than that, right up there, he's having to jump, you see, to try and get over the top of it, to drop it down.
Oh, and again, and this one has been called. Now that was must be because of a foot fault, because again the ball wasn't above head height.
Same thing again, it's the height. It's very straight, difficult to get out of the way of, and I really do feel that fielder at short leg should have been in quicker than that.
Well, only the no ball counting in that over for runs, but what an over it was, and the crowd applauded. That's out, first wicket, and the poor stroke, all tucked up, in the end was nowhere, and Gooch goes, having really survived all the thunder and lightning from Akram at the other end, and then got out to the lesser pace of Akib Javid, but still well bowled by the youngster, and England now 39 for 1.
Well, I think you'll see that Graham Gooch got caught in two minds here. He's going to leave the ball, but didn't quite get the bat out of the way. I think he was half going to play it, half going to leave it. Didn't do either. Yes, he'll be disappointed with that, Graham Gooch. He saw the shake of the head. It's a ball that he will feel when he gets in the dressing room that if he'd have done either played at it positively or left it alone, he wouldn't have got out.
A packed oval to see Graham Gooch win the toss this morning, and no hesitation at all about batting first. And this oval ground has seen many famous matches in the past, but oddly enough, of the 5 and 6 match series played on the ground here, oh, that also might have been out, except no ball was called. But what a testing time now Akram is giving the England batsmen. Also close. Akram 2/3 of the way down the wicket. The bouncer, which was a no ball, then the full length delivery.
Classic delivery. This short ball followed by the well pitched up ball, almost Yorker. Just looked as if it was drifting down leg stump.
Yes, we have to go back to 1955 against South Africa before a series has arrived at the Oval here with the two teams all square. Well, a little rocked rather than an out-and-out pull, but very effective, and Stewart knew where he was trying to hit it.
Well, excellent cricket here. Aggression from the bowler, and the batsman retaliating with aggression.
Again, Stewart shows just how splendid a player he is. Those square of the wicket strokes on the offside. Once again, two on the clock for Alex Stewart. Very good attacking bowling, but it does give the batsman the opportunity to go for his strokes. There's a fielder down there. Got it quite safely, and Stewart is going to be very, very unhappy about that. They drew him into the stroke with two men behind square leg down on the boundary, and the bouncer was perfectly placed. Alex Stewart caught at deep backward square leg.
There it is. One can see the trap that was led by the Pakistani bowlers and the captain paying dividends in both the wickets that have fallen. I think it was well thought plan that got the wickets. First, Graham Gooch, caught by Asad Mushtabad, sharp leg, and then here Alex Stewart after playing two good shots and then playing a loose one, losing his wicket to a short delivery outside leg stump, hooking, miscuing it, and caught by Ramesh Raja.
New batsman coming out now is Robin Smith. Ramesh Raja hardly had to move down there, at deep backward square. An aggressive start for Robin Smith. 2 for him. There's a change in the bowling at the Vauxhall end. Wasim Akram, having taken the wicket of Stewart, has now gone off, and Waqar Younis, who bowled just 1 over early on, has taken his place. 1 over for 3. That's a really good shot from Alberton.
Leg byes, that's hit him on the head, and also Dickie Bird signalling 1 for the over. That one shot pitched in Robin Smith, going for the hook, missing it completely, getting it on his helmet, and 2 leg byes given.
Now, umpire Shepherd had one little word with Waqar Younis before that last delivery, and he's had another one there. Now that's the 4th ball of the over, which was as short as anything that has been bowled in this over. The one before that, which wasn't called, you see where that's pitched in his own half, didn't get up quite so high, and so wasn't counted as the ration for the over. 5 successive ones.
Well, I don't think it really matters now for the 1 for the over, because to me that really, you come under intimidation. It's a different law altogether.
And umpire Shepherd's made his feelings known, so a quiet word as always, but a firm one. Smith at his very best.
Well, I think Waqar Younis has just really lost a bit of control with going all these short deliveries. Again, that was banging halfway down. This time he gave Smith room, and well, that's the area where Robin Smith really likes them.
Well, that was a follow-on appeal. Wicketkeeper wasn't going up for that. Slip half went up, then wasn't sure. Wicketkeeper didn't think anything about it. The bowler was there.
Well, it's almost that they appealed because it was such a beautiful delivery. Threw the batsman forward, perfect length, just kept on seaming away from the batsman.
Ramesh Raj was the man after that. She'll get through for 3. Now then, around the wicket. And this in his 13th over. I've always thought Robin Smith has looked more susceptible to Wasim Akram when he's been coming around the wicket. Oh, beautifully bowled. And that's the alternative, to bring it back from outside the off stump with no discernible change of action. For England. That's close to the perfect delivery.
Big shout there from Mushtaq. Beautifully bowled. Robin Smith just late on the shot.
Yes, he was again, I think, beaten by the spin, and his bat is well behind the pad.
Oh, well bowled. Atherton didn't so much duck there as flinch.
Yes, because I think this delivery wasn't really what Atherton was expecting. Not very short, and in fact, it did very well.
Mushtaq Ahmed. Oops. Well, I might have nominated that miles away.
I was going to do the same. I was just going to nominate that.
If you just look at Mike Atherton, he gives the ball a real jab against the spin. And you must say that that started from Mushtaq's hand, and the spin was imparted on the ball. And you may say, you would guess, that the fielder was probably about 20 years old.
It's obviously a lack of experience, but he was certainly beaten by the spin.
And that 4 brought up the 50 partnership between Robin Smith and Mike Atherton. Oh, well bowled, you see, and that's... Oh, I'm so pleased to see that in a way, though. It's just that there's no city point there, Asif. I've always made the point that when the city point goes away, the batsman's encouraged to drive and the gate can open. Magnificent fighter. Wow. And for the moment, extremely lucky.
Which you need, I mean, luck, and you need plenty of it when you're not really in form, when you're not getting the ball in the middle of the bat. That's when you need the luck. And here, Robin Smith getting the inside edge, it could have almost gone onto any of the stumps.
Oops, silly foot in the water. Well, we know all about that. We've been watching long jumps in the Olympics, and people are slightly getting over the line, and that was a foot over the line in possession of the ball. That's the key to that one. 4 runs. Well, there were 2 men back there for the miss hook. I must be honest, I don't think he actually middled that. It's well worth the attempt by Aqib Javed, and Ramiz is there, who caught Alex Stewart mishooking this morning. But on this occasion, Smith gets away with it.
Yes, he didn't middle it, but he got it, in fact, quite high on the bat. But the placement was, I suppose, perfect, because it bisected both the fielders.
Thirteenth boundary of the innings.
Exasperation for the bowler. He bowls a good delivery. It's a semi-edge. And it's 4 runs. But if you bowl out a 3rd man, that's what happens.
Well, there are binoculars and there are binoculars. There's the in-swinger. Now, we wondered when Waqar Younis would get this one going.
A wry smile there from umpire David Shepherd. Probably just missing leg stump. It went a long way at the death, did that.
England's scorecard, and it's slow progress, but it's a tough battle with some high-quality bowling. Piece of bowling. That really is high class. Mushtaq Ahmed has struck again. Smith has never picked him with any certainty, and that is a superb delivery. 138 for 3 with Smith, having gone for 33. Just taking the top of off stump with Smith 3 or 4 feet down, and really to strand a top-class batsman like that, it's a wonderful piece of bowling. David Gower. And coming into not a crisis, but certainly a tight situation. England 138 for 3.
And there's that beautiful away swinger to Gower. Yindaka to the right-hander. Ball is 54 overs old. I think the bowler's realised it in the end as well. He started off, and wicket-keeper and slips were yelling. Hasn't got anywhere near David Gower's gloves. Ball for that.
Well, it was a nice, juicy full toss to get off the mark for David Gower, but Javed Miandad at first slip wasn't impressed with that delivery. All the hard work by the leg spinner Mushtaq bowling at David Gower, putting him under pressure, then he slips this easy, juicy leg side full toss.
Oh, it's a lovely shot. It isn't too often you see Gower playing straight down the ground for boundaries. He tends to cut and pull, square drive. Glorious stroke.
Yes, that was a beautiful shot. Mushtaq coming round the wicket to Gower. He played it with the spin and picked up the right spot too between the mid-on and the bowler. There was a gap and he placed it perfectly. 4 runs to David Gower.
Now that is beautifully bowled.
Yes, definitely David Gower beaten there, in spite of the fact that he played a beautiful shot for 4 runs and also played quite aggressive shots. There he was beaten, there's no doubt about it. He was playing at it, and the ball going the other way, beating him.
That's Atherton's 50. A fairly dour one, but a valuable one.
Yes, Michael Atherton fought his way. He deserves it because he really made absolutely sure that he stays on one end, and although he was beaten quite a few times, had a torrid time against the quickies, and also the spinner beat him a few times, but he stayed there. He faced 146 balls to get to his 50. Only 4 fours in that, but he played very well.
Wide of the crease.
We'll see here the bounce as well as, well, it slightly opened up, ball not carrying, getting the outside edge, falling short of the second slip. Did well to stop it.
Good shot from Gower. Be another boundary. Takes him into the 20s, and this after an uncertain start for him. And overall, his record really, not only his global world record, but against each country is a good one. And there he is, top of the shop against Pakistan for England.
What an impressive record, 17 test matches, and he's got over 1,000 runs. And his captain is also there in the list, and these are the 2 from the current team. David Gower certainly one of the best, there's no doubt.
Oh, well, that's one of the bowling highlights of the day. It was perfection.
Yes, after being beaten by after being hit for a 4 by David Gower. Here, Mushtaq comes back and beats David Gower with a perfectly disguised googly.
The first time Gower will have faced Wasim Akram since tea. What a wonderful delivery. It swung after it passed the bat, but there was already some seam movement there. And this is the problem for Gower.
That's right, and I think both Wasim and Waqar making the ball move much more now than they did earlier on.
Well, 172 for 3. Oh, just about carried. An escape for Gower.
Yes, I think it did carry, but Amir Sohail unable to hanging on to it, and David Gower beaten there, getting the outside edge. Although, yes, very difficult. I think he got a hand to it now with Javed for the first time since the afternoon session, changing Mushtaq and bringing on Aqib Javed. It'll be interesting to see how he is going to use this old ball, and maybe with the ball moving as was shown by Wasim Akram in the previous over.
Great shot. It was short and it asked for it, but it was beautifully played.
Oh, vintage Gower. Never hits the ball too straight. Always uses the pace of the ball, that going just in front of square. Tremendous power. That's because he uses the pace of the ball. Never really hits it towards mid-off, mid-on. Always squarish of the wicket.
Seemed to be there for the same treatment, and Gower, less competently this time, made a pass at it, and it crashed down on the stumps off the bottom edge. .182 for 4, and Gower goes for 27.
Well, David Gower will be disappointed with this. It really wasn't a wicket-taking ball. It was short, therefore hitting on the offside, bottom edge, down to the stumps. Disappointment for David Gower, done all the hard work, struggled early on, just really got going now, timing the ball superbly, and then you get out. So that's a good wicket for Pakistan, and if they can now snaffle another, it will have been a very good day for them.
Brilliant sunshine, great day for viewing, not so good for this young man, because if you're yet to score, and you've got a few noughts behind you, and he has, it's a difficult game. Ah, that's a mercy. Ram Prakash scores off his first ball.
Yes, there are days like you're going like David Gower did today, and you struggle to get off the mark. Other days you just play forward defence and the ball goes away.
In the air, and that's safe. It's just behind Dickie Bird and square leg. Just the element of risk in that there was a man at square leg in front of the umpire. That's out. Ram Prakash is gone. Full length, and as we say, the ball has begun to swing quite recently. This old ball in the 71st over, and Ram Prakash goes for 2. It's 190 for 5. So unhappy, Mark Ram Prakash. And that's Chris Lewis coming out to bat. It's almost a temptation, Ray, when you're nervous and you're starting, that you get the foot in line with the ball early. Swung in a little bit. free-flowing, not all at control, but very effective from Lewis.
And gone. Lewis goes. And England deep in trouble now, 196 for 6. And this has been a tremendous performance from Pakistan. They've not let up all the way through the day, and now they're starting to crash through the middle of the order.
Well, I think there's no doubt you're probably better opening against Pakistan, because they don't make that ball come back in like that with the new ball. But this last few overs, Wasim Akram's got the ball to come in with his arm, and then so dangerous when he bowls it across you. Again, the ball just swinging in, somebody on the Rampakash, and Lewis right in front there.
Not much doubt about that. So Wasim Akram has slipped through the defence once again. Pringle has gone. And this is high-class fast bowling, not just from Wasim Akram, but from Waqar Younis and Aqib Javed as well. Brilliant stuff.
Well, it was just far too good for Derek Pringle. Pitched outside leg stump, hit the top of off, turned him round square, and it would have beaten a lot of batsmen, never mind a late order player.
Neil Mallender, new batsman, up at Headingley. He found the ball darting around all over the place. It's doing it here today, but in the air rather than off the seam. This is a new spell for Waqar Younis from the pavilion end. Gone, gone, gone. Atherton goes. Waqar Younis this time, 203 for 8. And what a sensational spell of bowling. Not just because they're taking wickets, but because they've bowled quite magnificently.
Well, they've got England on the run at the moment. It's a beautiful ball, just makes Michael Atherton follow it outside off stump. Kept on leaving him, just drifting away. And he's fought really hard as Michael Atherton. Lovely innings. Good temperament he has, and some nice shots. But he has had to work jolly hard indeed for that 60 runs.
Philip Tufnell returns to the England side, comes out to bat now at 203 for 8. You don't have anything much more conclusive than that, nor will you see very many better Yorkers in the rest of this summer. Mallender is the man out, bowled by Wasim Akram. He made 4, but that was a great piece of bowling. Just what you need for a tail-ender.
Yes, to say you can judge a great bowler by the way he gets out top-class batsmen and the way he polishes off tail-enders.
And Devon Malcolm comes out to bat now. He didn't play at Headingley, so the last time he's been walking out there with bat and pads, he was the centre of a massive controversy. Beautifully bowled. Great Yorker, but Tufnell is in considerable amount of pain there. That was a very, very swift delivery.
Well, it was swift and it was swinging in right onto his toe. And it didn't get him out, but it's to be hoped it didn't do any real lasting damage. I've seen people break a toe that way, a full toss straight onto it. Well, I think the Yorker, the ball before, had the desired effect. Philip Tufnell making sure he gets those feet right out of the way. You'll see him shifting away here. He's not going to get hit a second time on the toe.
Batsman not out at the moment. Tufnell, who hasn't come through unscathed. He's been hit everywhere. Here's Wasim Akram. Malcolm used to be the batsman. And it's all out for 207. 5 for 15 England have lost, or to be closer to the mark, 5 for 15 Pakistan have taken. They have demolished the bottom part of the England batting, and they demolished the top bit, but for more runs. By no means enough runs for England on what was a wonderful batting pitch, one of the best you could find anywhere, in a fast outfield. They managed just 207. The top part got a start all the way along, the rest just disintegrated against some splendid bowling, and those bowling figures shown with Wasim Akram and Waqar Younis, Aqib Javed, they're all heroes, and Mushtaq, I thought, bowled superbly. 24 overs, 7 maidens, 1 for 47. No justice there, and no justice either for Waqar Younis, but a great performance from Wasim Akram. The state of the match and prospect of rain later on in the day, so Pakistan will be hoping to push things along a little bit. We join play with the third ball of the fourth over. 2 runs have been added to take it along to 18 for no wicket. Neil Mallender is the bowler, and Ramiz Raja is taking straight.
Well, that flew away. A bit of width, and it's down to the vacant third man area.
Chris Lewis has been given the Vauxhall end. Devon Malcolm bowled from there last night. So there has been a slight change in tactics there by the England captain.
Well, that must have been close to the glove.
It's the first bounce of the morning from Chris Lewis. Got it big, above head high, and it must have been very close to something on the way through.
Cracking shot. No footwork required there. Just those strong wrists and that wonderful eye of Amir Sohail.
And this is the problem. They don't play if you ball just outside off stump. That would certainly be middle stump, pitching roundabout leg, but very, very quick to play the pickup shot on the leg side.
I take it back about the footwork. That was crisp, cross behind, classical pull shot.
Yes, that bounced a nice height. You can see that about waist high, ideal for playing the pull shot.
Well, head's half down there. Ram Prakash, the man out at cover.
Well, an over-ambitious shot here from Amir Sohail. This ball very wide, and he really can't get his foot right across to the ball. It's just a real whoosh with the arms.
That's what he was trying to do earlier in the over. .51 partnership for Amir Sohail and Ramiz Raja. Second time they've passed the half-century in opening stands this series. And you can add 4 more to that.
Now it's Devon Malcolm bowling to Amir Sohail.
could have dragged that onto his stumps. That's just about the widest and wildest ball of the series. Well, umpire Bird has got to get his bearings after that. Oh, bowled in. Full-length ball. He got it right. And Ramiz Raja playing round it. And first wicket, first blood to Devon Malcolm. Ramiz Raja bowled for 19. And Pakistan 64 for 1. And only one stump remaining. And Shoaib Mohammed promoted to number 3, and that's significant because at the start of the series it was thought he might have played instead of Asif Mushtaba. In fact, he's come in instead of Inzamam ul Haq. Oh, well, got away with it. Nowhere near the pitch of the ball and happened to go through with it. Otherwise, he just might have spooned a catch to mid-on or mid-wicket. But lucky to get away with this. Well, that was a much more positive hit. And this is good cricket from Sohail. Unfussed by the loss of a wicket and his partner Ramiz Raja. If he can hit Tufnell out of the attack, then that really will be a problem for Gooch. Oh, the spin there, that's from the rough.
Yes, there again, Tufnell bowling slower, giving the ball a bit of air, and Amir patting it up. Certainly there's the spin.
Well, no ball called. Now, how close was that to the stumps?
Well, Amir beaten there, all that was a no ball, but the ball pitching in the rough, turning quite sharply, missing the stumps, beating the keeper, but certainly there was a lot of turn.
Beautifully played. That's a very good shot from Shoaib. Way down to the longest part of the ground, down the Vauxhall end. Beautifully executed.
Yeah, Devon Malcolm's bowled with a lot of fire this morning. I think one problem when he's really trying to bowl exceptionally quick, he gets wider and wider on his delivery stride. And the last over, he was going really wide. Early on, he was following through and going pretty straight down the wicket. But when he's really straining for pace, they just go wider and wider, breaking away too early.
Well done. And there's Sohail has waited. He's quite entitled to wait. Stewart has gone away to his left-hand side. The umpire at square leg. Dickie Bird raised an eyebrow to David Shepherd, who said yes, it was caught cleanly. And that is the second wicket down. 86 for 2 now. And Malcolm has clicked into gear. Shahid Miandad, the Pakistan skipper, coming out now. It's a cracking stroke. Doesn't mind the pull shot and the hook, Shoaib Mohammed. Never been one to take a backward step when the ball's short. Now the man has been put in at short cover for the slightly lofted drive. About 18, 20 paces from the batsman. Almost behind Robin Smith. That's a waste.
Well, Phil Tufnell will be annoyed with himself with that delivery. The new man at his end wants to give him peg down, and then he's pitching way outside leg stump. A little bit quick with the shot was Meander. It hit the back of the bat. That's why it didn't go so quickly. But it was just quick enough to beat Chris Lewis.
Derek Pringle now to Javed. Found the gap this time. A wonderful shot from Javed. He's got great control there, and if Pringle gives him any width, he suffers. Good stuff. Another one. And Javed looks in merciless mood. His fourth boundary.
Well, Javed Meander didn't time this, but he knew exactly where he was trying to place it, and at least it was hit well enough to go on the fast outfield to the boundary.
Beautiful stroke of a very ordinary delivery, half volley on leg stump. Sabir Lewis coming in from the Vauxhall end, and Shoaib Mohammed to take straight. That's beaten Ram Prakash. He pulled off two good saves in the last over, and he managed to chop off the boundary there.
And he did manage to save another one here. That would have certainly been a fork, but as a result of that fine chase by Ram Prakash, Shoaib managed to get only 3 runs.
Close. Well, I'm not so sure that's a good thing to do to your captain. Just watch this. This will be close because Tufnell also was moving quickly. Four runs. Now this is a good player, Shoaib. I've always thought from the start that Pakistan should have included him in their side at number 3. Solid collector of runs. Good shot.
Well, not quite a full half volley, but no real problem there.
Devon Malcolm, the fielder. 2 runs to Javed. It's very circumspect, Javed Meander today. Extremely determined to play the long innings by the look of him. No great flourish there, but a lovely full face of the bat and a push for 2. So Tufnell does bowl, and he bowls from the Vauxhall end. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Quicker ball, and Tufnell's only mistake really was that it was wide, and Javed Miandad went for the width and played this beautiful stroke.
Yes, it was a no-effort kind of shot, really. Beautifully timed. How easy the game is when you play it just like that.
Very steady action here, but in fact it's an enthralling session in this test match, because this is where Pakistan must grind their way ahead. 162 for 2. Stephen Malcolm comes back at the pavilion end. Wait, and that was a good call. Paul, all based on the fact that Tufnell's left-handed.
Well, pretty good cricket here by England. Nice piece of fielding by Tufnell. Was quite quick off the mark, had a shot at the bowler's end, and good backing up by Mark Ramprakash.
Oh. What was so clever about that and talented was that he watched the ball absolutely onto the bat. It was no idle swing of the bat.
Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Complete grooved cover drive.
Well, this is as good a shot as he's played all day. Complete control. He's almost waiting for it before he leant into it and just helped it exquisitely through the covers.
That's a good bit of running. $50 for Shoaib. And what a comeback into the Pakistan side. He's waited all through the series. That's the 100 partnership. Come off 172 balls, and that's a pretty good rate. Oh, got him! Beautiful piece of bowling. Beautiful piece of bowling. Has he given him out? No, he's changed his mind. It looks as though the keeper may have missed it. It looked as though umpire Shepherd's hand went up. And Phil Tufnell gets nothing for a beautiful piece of bowling that left Javed stranded. Now this was the ball. It's beautifully flighted, a little bit of turn. Down he comes, a yard and a half out. Up goes the finger, but the bails haven't come off. Well, it's 50 for Javed, and he must have thought he wasn't going to reach that earlier on in the over. And that's his 64th score of 50 for Pakistan.
Four from the moment it reached the bat. They're going to look and ask for Dickie Bird's opinion whether or not it was a straight hit or whether it was a bump ball first of all, and then whether or not it was a fair catch. Yes, it's a given. Umpire Shepherd waited, Javed waited, again, as in the case of Amir Sohail, as he's quite entitled to. He's not absolutely certain that the ball has been caught. quite the batsman's right to do that, and the umpire then makes his decision. In this case, I'm quite certain umpire Shepherd would have been obscured by the bowler catcher, Chris Lewis, as he goes down. There it goes, quite clearly not a bump ball. Now, Shepherd wouldn't have been able to see that because of Chris Lewis's left leg. Well fielded, brilliant catch earlier in the over, and then the smart piece of fielding to keep Salim Malik from opening his account. 198 for 3 now, and 52 to Shoaib Mohammed. It's good work with the left hand as well. .200 up for Pakistan now, just for the loss of 3 wickets, and they are in good shape, even though they've lost their skipper, Javed Miandad. Pakistan into the lead now. That lovely stroke from Salim Malik.
Out. Caught and bowled, beautifully flighted. And Shoaib goes for 55. Superb innings, but beaten in the flight by Philip Tufnell, who took an excellent caught and bowled.
Well, Tufnell deserved that. He's bowled pretty well at this end. A little bit of turn, probably the ball not going through quite as quick as Shoaib expected. Trying to push it away on the onside, and a comfortable caught and bowl there for Tufnell. I've said many times today, Tufnell should have been bowling from this pavilion early in the day.
This young left-handed batsman joins Salim Malik. It's in the air, but that flies away. He hit it so firmly, Salim Malik, went over Rembrakash's head at cover for 4. Well, that's the second ball in succession that Lewis has troubled Salim Malik. And a bigger shot there. Not out. No shot played.
Good over by Chris Lewis. That ball angled in from wide of the crease. Then try to think about height there as well. It's in just above the knees.
It was uppish, but it was perfectly placed. I'm sure it went exactly where Salim Malik intended it to go, and that's 4 runs and the end of a fine over by Chris Lewis.
Neil Mallender now, and this will be his first bowl of the innings from the Vauxhall end.
Well, he keeps playing an indisciplined shot, but then every now and again, a lovely scoring stroke.
The glorious shot.
Well, it is a lovely shot, but it's been made to work very, very hard for his runs. He's kept his composure well. Wasn't such a bad ball, just a touch of width. Only just a touch short of a length, but England a ball very tightly to him on the whole.
Good piece of fielding there, because the ball wasn't middle, but even so it was hit hard enough.
Yes, and it was a good stop. Gone are the days when he used to be a figure of fun in the field. He works jolly hard at his fielding now.
Not far away, it was well bowled. The first ball from Tufnell back at the Vauxhall end. He was back before Stewart got it. Beautifully swept. Wonderful shot by Salim Malik. Devon Malcolm is the bowler now from the pavilion end. Beautiful stroke. A wonderful square cut by Asif Mushtaba. Really whistled across the turf. It certainly did, and it was one of a number of very good strokes played by Asif Mushtaba and Salim Malik in that splendid partnership. 5 more runs added to take them at the close of play up to 275 for 4, with Salim Malik 38 and Asif on 31. Now the bowling figures for England, I thought Tufnell the best of them. 31 overs, 9 second over. Devon Malcolm has the ball in his hand. Salim Malik is taking strike, and 3 runs have been added to the overnight score.
Well bowled. Devon Malcolm given the new ball this time around. Whips them through Salim Malik's defence.
Oh, that's a tremendous delivery, but beating Salim Malik more on pace than everything else. No real movement, but certainly pace there.
He's gone. He beats Salim Malik 1 ball, and the next ball just finds the edge of the bat, and so the first wicket of the day falls. It's bowled him, in fact. The bail has come off.
Well, almost identical delivery to the previous ball. Same shot, this time beating the bat, but just touching that off stump, just taking the off bail off.
Everybody went up behind the stumps as if for a catch, but just watch the ball now, and off goes the bail, and that's enough to see the end of Salim Malik. Wasim Akram. That's a lovely shot from Asif Mushtaba. Short, just strain on leg side, and he helped it on its way for 4 runs. Is gone. Well, there's a big appeal. There's a big appeal. England automatically think that that's out. Wasim Akram stood, and Dickie Bird was moved eventually into action. 292 for 6, and a second wicket of the morning for Devon Malcolm.
Oh, it's been a good opening spell by Devon Malcolm. He's bowled quick, he's bowled quite straight, and he's done people basically with pace. And this is what we said when he didn't get the new ball yesterday morning. On this type of pitch, he should be bowling early on. Dickie Bird took a long time to give that out, gave it a lot of consideration.
Well, that was tight. It was wonderful running, but in the end, Rashid Latif got in the way at the business end of things, and who knows what would have happened there with a direct hit. Well, that 4, the all-run 4, brought up the 300. Well, that was a devilishly difficult ball for the wicketkeeper to take. Banged in short, and one of those ones that starts to swing 2/3 of its way through. Young man in his first test match, and not into double figures, and goes for the uppercut.
Oh, he's very confident and cocky. That's good. I think it's good to come into a test match full of confidence. Pakistan team feel that he can bat.
That's a fine shot. Another little dent in the target of 35 that Geoffrey Boycott's given the young man.
Well, it's a lovely shot, isn't it? It's almost casually dismissive. Just stands up there, just cuffs it away and says, thank you very much. He seems very quietly composed and confident.
"25 minutes before lunch."
That's 50. What a valuable innings it is, and a good one. It's been solid, but he's not let any chance go begging to score when the loose ones come along. It has been a well-crafted innings. Oh, what a great shot. Had to make a little bit of room and did it to perfection.
That was a tremendous stroke. Came down the wicket, made room. The ball pitched leg stump, but he slid it with the spin, then back through extra cover. Any batsman would have been proud of that.
Brilliant fielding and hesitation by Mushtaba, and that was brilliant. You go to hospital to have a foot x-ray, and then to prove it's all right, you do that. End of Mushtaba, run out for 50, and Pakistan 332 for 7.
Well, that little left go didn't seem to do him any harm then, Robin Smith. He certainly moved quickly then. A beautiful pick-up and throw, and well, England were really getting a bit desperate. They really needed this.
New batsman Waqar Younis, and must have thought that he wouldn't be in before lunch, but Robin Smith had other ideas. Oh, well, that's the answer. Wonderful shot.
Oh, it doesn't seem to have upset him too much, Jack. We played that one. Latif playing some very fine shots, both sides of the wicket. That was about leg and middle. Probably hit leg and middle, but picked it up beautifully through mid-wicket.
Well, there's Geoffrey, and he'll be eyeing the scoreboard. Devon Malcolm's back for Waqar Younis. Well, good old-fashioned clump. Good enough for 4. Well, we thought that Waqar Younis would bring his own individual approach to it, and that was it. A 2, a 4 and out. And a 5th wicket for Devon Malcolm. So, triumph for captaincy. And that is the 4th time that he's taken 5 wickets in an innings for England. Not exactly a classic fast bowler's dismissal, but they all count. And that brings to the wicket Mushtaq Ahmed, and we've already seen he can bat perfectly respectably. All the fuss and bother to keep Ahmed on strike, and that's how he reacts. Super shot. Brings up the 350.
And he's got it. Malander has taken the wicket. Lewis, a sharp catch at gully, away to his left-hand side and quite high. Mushtaq Ahmed goes. It was really just a little steer. And Malander has cracked it for a wicket.
Yes, he deserved a wicket, Neil Mallander's ball very straight at the batsman. An unconvincing little wave of the bat by Mushtaq.
And a little wave from Rashid Latif there. Normally, batsmen are congratulated for reaching 50s or 100s or even double hundreds. But just the thought of a little bit of money being one of my co-commentator, Geoffrey Boycott, is enough to produce the bat waving from the centre. That's the shot of the day so far. Just short enough to give him a little bit of room.
Well, he really cracks this. He is known for his batting in Pakistan. He bats number 5 for the PIA team.
Just a hand to that, Graham Gooch. Slightly off balance in going back. Miscued stroke from Rashid Latif.
Yes, I think Graham Gooch there was too near. You want to allow Rashid Latif to get 1, 1.5, but stop the 2. Graham Gooch could have been 10, 15 yards deeper, and he would have caught that quite easily.
Goes the fielder. And a half-century for Rashid Latif. A very, very good innings. Great ovation here from this Oval crowd. Must be out. Robin Smith. He might just have been looking for a single there. That was the second last ball of the over. But he has gone for 50. An excellent innings.
Well, that was the end of a super little innings here. He's just trying to scoop it on the onside for a single. If he can just get a bit of bat on and work it to the onside, he knows then he can keep the bowling. But it's just onto him a bit quick, and it bounces a touch and gives an easy catch to Robin Smith coming in from cover.
A splendid ovation for Rashid Latif. And thoroughly well-deserved too. 50 before he was dismissed. Court Smith bowled Mallinder. Aqib Javed unbeaten on North. 380, a nice even look about that Pakistan innings. And the England bowling figures, well, they didn't quite match the expectations of the selectors, but Malcolm did wonderfully well. 5 for 94 from 29 overs and 6 maidens. Mallinder finished up with 2 for 93 and 28.5, a wicket each to Lewis and to Tufnell. Pringle didn't bowl on this third day. So as England start their second innings, that's the way the game looks. England 207 all out. Wasim Akram 6 for 67 and Waqar Younis also devastating in that innings. And Pakistan, just a string of good scores there to take them up to 380 all out, and outstanding figures in that total. Devon Malcolm 5 for 94. Pakistan 173 runs ahead. We join play now with the last ball of the first over. Wasim Akram is the bowler. Graham Gooch is taking strike. There are no runs on the board.
Beaten him. Well, if this is a sample of what's to come, then England are really in for a torrid time. Aqib Javed to bowl. Alex Stewart on strike. Great shot. Shows the pace of the pitch.
Maybe my imagination, but I thought I detected a slight altercation out there between Mr. Stewart and Mr. Aqib Javed. Waqar Younis is the new bowler. He's going to come in from the Vauxhall end. Yes, I think that may be an error of judgment on Stewart's part. He was playing to the onside. I won't be at all surprised if on the replay that shows he was trying to pick it off middle and leg. Didn't look to me as though it was slipping down the leg side, but we can see more now.
Well, we've had 10 overs. There's been no real movement. Well, to me that was just about marginal.
Michael Atherton is the new batsman, coming in at number 3 after the loss of Alex Stewart. LBW to Waqar Younis. Now the man comes in at leg gully. He's waiting there for the short one round about leg stump. That's outside off stump, I would think. Vehement.
That's hit him. Well, that'll be allowed because taking evasive action, he gets the leg byes.
One heck of a bouncer, though. Short, straight. Michael Atherton was looking to play it at one stage.
That's a lovely shot. No lack of confidence there. And we saw what a spell he wove on Thursday. Got hold of that. There was width there, and Graham Gooch picked his spot. Leg break or googly, it didn't matter if he got it on the genuine half volley. Out, and a beautiful piece of bowling there. What a blow that is, and England's second wicket.
Michael Atherton will be disappointed, but he had to play at that. And as we saw in the first innings, Waqar Younis started to make the ball hold its line or even go out. And this is what he did here.
Played some gutsy innings for England, has Smith, and certainly one's needed now. .50 up, and that's come in the 15th over. Just might be the match, because Gooch out off the 5th ball of the final over before tea. Wonderful bowling from Waqar Younis. He's got all 3 wickets, and England in all sorts of trouble with Gooch gone at 55 for 3.
Well, it's that line and that length just outside off stump again. The ball holding its line, just drifting away. Super low down catch. And you see how all the players ran to the second slip who caught it. Amir Sohail, they know how big a wicket that is to get the England captain out. Just an excellent hostile spell. The line, the length there, so good, making him feel for it outside off stump. And it just carried to second slip.
David Gower has come out immediately after tea to join Robin Smith. Waqar Younis is still bowling from the Vauxhall end. What is known as an unassisted wicket for Waqar Younis. That swing was there. David Gower has shouldered arms. Now has to shoulder them all the way back to the pavilion. It's 59 for 4, and Waqar Younis has all 4.
And what a wicket. Here we'll see David Gower not attempting to play that delivery, just clipping the off stump. Mark Ramprakash there, not really having the best test record, but certainly has the talent, and he's got tremendous fielding to assist him in that career of his. And I'm sure he must be hoping that there's an ideal platform to secure Test future career.
Seki away through the 4th slip area, and Ramprakash is off the mark. So it's a good testing time for a young player who has been having a rough trot. He's not short of confidence, but even the most confident young player must wonder sometimes where the runs will come from. Got a good run in, a bit like a sprinter. All the field is up, no third man, all in catching position.
Pakistan can certainly afford to give these runs because they have taken the top 4 batsmen out, 71 for 4, and Wasim Akram here having a very attacking field, trying to drag Mark Ramprakash forward, and there the batsman getting into good position and picking up 4 runs.
That's quite a good stroke, quite deliberate. Seen him play that on many occasions with no man down at third man or no fly slip. Been clipped away quite beautifully. Robin Smith is going to play his own attacking game.
Yes, that was a beautiful shot. Robin Smith was very strong in that area.
Now, what Ramprakash is doing out there is okay, but when the googly comes in, if Mushtaq Ahmed pitches it correctly, there's a very good chance it will get the inside edge or the glove.
That's a good shot. Beats Ramiz at cover. Well played. Mark Ram Prakash will feel a lot better for that. Big shout, and they look very confident. And Mark Ram Prakash is out. It was the googly, it was the bat onto pad, and a dolly of a catch popped up there, square leg. So Mark Ram Prakash, for all his bravery, I'm afraid, has perished for 17. And England on 92 for 5.
Well, I said I couldn't see this fella going right through without taking a wicket or two tonight. That looked to hit the pad and then bounce up, catch the glove or something on the way up. Comfortable little catch, but certainly missed the bat on the way through. Hitting the pad first, then probably onto the glove.
Chris Lewis is the new batsman.
Wonderful shot. There was width there, and all the uncertainty and doubts which beset Robin Smith disappeared, and that brings up the 100.
Yes, well, he's got a good method of playing as Robin Smith. He's obviously decided today he's not coming down the pitch to the leg spinner because he doesn't pick him. He stay at home, defend. The first opportunity he gets to hit a bad length ball or a bad width ball, he's going to take it.
Or put him down. It was difficult because it looked for an instant as though Smith was trying to hit that away through cover, and that it really came back off a very thick inside edge. I don't think Mushtaq Ahmed was expecting it coming at that angle.
Yes, I'm sure we'll say it. Smith was aiming to drive it through the covers with the ball after pitching coming in. And there it is. Mushtaq not expecting the ball coming back.
Just a slip in a gully now. Robin Smith taking strike. For Robin Smith, and in the circumstances, one of his best. Indeed it was, and he remained 59 not out at the close of play. 137 for 5, and Chris Lewis stuck around there, showing plenty of courage, and even so, 137 for 5 still requires a lot of work from England on the 4th day of this match. Splendid bowling figures for Pakistan. Wasim Akram had to leave the field towards the end of play, none for 19 for him, Aqib Javed none for 25. No delay in the start of play by umpires Bird and Shepherd. We join play with the 3rd ball of the 2nd over. Wasim Akram is the bowler, and taking strike is Robin Smith. No runs have been added to the overnight score. Different action from Wasim Akram. It's very well bowled. Defeated Lewis with the... It's very well bowled. It was pretty well played too by Lewis. That was fast, and it lifted very nastily. Lewis kept himself in good position and played it down.
Yes, he did well there, Chris. So he's about 6'3" tall. That does help a little. Smaller man might have struggled to keep that down.
And Wasim Akram, the bowler.
Certainly, umpire, they give him one for the over there.
Very well bowled. The 2 bounces, and then the one to go away from the right-hander. Had to play at it, drew him into the stroke. Leg spinner coming on at the pavilion end. Field was hit with tremendous power by Chris Lewis, who decided to give Mushtaq Ahmed the charge. He picked it correctly, that it was able to be turned into a half volley, and gave it the big smash.
Yes, I think he made his mind up there, Chris Lewis. He was down the pitch before the Mushtaq let go of the ball. Just a little bit of drift into him, but he got right to the pitch of it. But a risky shot with all that rough there.
It's gone for it, and it was not hit where he wanted, but it's good enough. He got 3 runs for it. And this is one of Robin Smith's strengths, that he appears to relish fast bowling and short pitch bowling. Never ducks a challenge. 173 the deficit, 149 for 5. We're always talking about little psychological landmarks. Once England get into credit, then there's always a little hope flickering. There he goes again. And 2 men have been set out behind square for that hook, but Robin Smith is hitting in front of square. He hasn't middled either of those two, but he knows where he's trying to hit them.
Yes, that shot by Robin Smith was exactly what I was saying. They intend to be fairly positive this morning. He's a belligerent sort of player, Robin Smith. He's not going to allow bowlers to tie him down for too long.
Oh, well, Mushtaq Ahmed has deserved that, and end of Chris Lewis. It looked a disappointing stroke, but having decided what he was going to do, down the wicket, the end of the partnership, he's gone stumped. He scored 14, and now 153 for 6.
Well, this was a shot out of character, just almost a rush of blood. You see, he's off down the pitch before, and almost before the ball's left the bowler's hand. He's not so much stumped as run out there. A real shake of the head. He knew there that it was a premeditated jump down the pitch when he'd been playing so well.
Out of character innings as well, never mind an out of character shot there, because 83 deliveries he faced for his 14 runs, only hit 1 boundary, normally a free scoring player, so he's tried to buckle down to the demands of the situation, but in the end Mushtaq Ahmed was too much, and well, who can deny him any success at all? Derek Pringle now the new man in to join Robin Smith, but Mushtaq really has deserved a hatful of wickets in this match.
Watch Chris Lewis. You see, he's off with that front leg before the ball has left the bowler's hand.
It's a great over. It was a wicket maiden. It had got just about everything in that a leg spinner can put towards a batsman. Well, that was poor cricket. It's given Smith the strike back which he wanted. There was only ever 1 run in it with just an ordinary pickup and a lob back. Smith wasn't going to take a second run on, but anxious to impress, and well, it was the misreading of the first lesson, I think.
Well, Derek Pringle didn't pick this wrong end, this googly. He's trying to hit it through the offside. It's turning back on him. Gets an inside edge, a Chinese cut down to fine leg.
Bowled in, and from round the wicket he goes and repeats the dose of the first innings. Pringle is bowled for 1. Wasim Akram struck. 159 for 7.
Well, Derek Pringle, just a little bit of a shuffle, really. Never quite got properly in line. He just shuffles that left foot. Didn't do a great deal, the ball. It's just the angle of coming left arm around.
New batsman been Neil Mallender.
This is what they're so good at, Wasim and Waqar. They clean up the tail so quickly. Pace, pitched off stump, hit off stump, only just held its line a little bit. But it's also too quick for the tail ender. Derek Pringle never quite got behind the line of the ball. You'll see here he doesn't do a great deal, but he never quite got over there. Played inside it with a little shuffle. And before he gets across there, the off stump's cartwheeling out of the ground.
Yeah, there was no great front foot movement at all there. Had he got a stride in, he might have got a little bit of bat on it, but that's been one of Pringle's problems. For a man with such a long reach, he very rarely uses it.
Runs coming. Just a couple of runs to Neil Mallender. Leaves Robin Smith with the ball. And that's 4.
Robin Smith there picking up the runs. Every run counts, and surely that one, Robin Smith playing very delicately. 166 for 7. I believe so far he's the leading wicket taker for Pakistan in any series between Pakistan and England. In England, he's taken 21 wickets so far.
And he's bruised a few toes along the way with that late in-swinging Yorker, but Neil Mallender receives one gratefully outside the off stump and works it down to third man. 167 for 7. That's a good shot. Strongly clipped, but there's a growth of grass at the Oval, which has made the ball run less quickly over the last hour's play than at any time during the match, I think. Just stopping up before the boundary there. Somebody limping out there at square leg, Asif. Salim Malik.
Yes, Salim Malik there chasing that ball. Seems to have done something to his knee.
Pakistan have to bat again.
Well, that stroke has made absolutely sure that Pakistan will have to bat again. But at the same time, I'm sure Javed wouldn't mind giving away that 4 because he wanted Neil Mallender facing Wasim Akram. And what a fine performance by Robin Smith. A slower ball from Waqar, and giving exactly what Robin Smith favors most. Shot outside off stump, brilliantly placed for 4.
Caught him on the rebound. Wonderful reactions by Mushtaq Ahmed at first slip. It went quickly to second slip, who palmed it up, and in went Mushtaq, and Neil Mallender has gone for 3. It's 173 for 8.
Well, Mushtaq really showing his talent as a all-round cricketer. There he is, very alert. The ball popping out of Amir Suhail, and Mushtaq really did an excellent job diving forward to take that rebound. And that's what I meant earlier on when Robin Smith hit that 4. I'm sure Javed was not too much perturbed by that, because he certainly wanted Neil Mallender facing Wasim Akram, and that paid dividend. Wasim Akram picking his 8th wicket of the match.
Wasim Akram to Tufnell. The dream is shattered. The 9th wicket is down. It all ends up in tears.
Well, Wasim Akram, I mean, what can one say about him? He's a total destroyer of any tail that any team has got. I mean, even the regular batsmen, competent batsmen, find difficult to cope with him. And here, Tufnell really, I mean, how can one describe that? He was leaving his stumps, going backwards, and then trying to come into the line a bit too late. And Wasim Akram has done what was all the time expected of him.
Well, perhaps Devon Malcolm need not worry, there are only 4 balls to go. 3 for 36, 19 overs and 2 balls. Superb bowling. As quick, accurate. The skill and swing. 173 for 9 on the hat-trick. Well played, Devon Malcolm. The nation rises.
Well, he has certainly done the job required of him as far as that delivery is concerned.
Just missing leg stump, I'd reckon. Pretty good delivery. Would have tested number 1 or number 2 batsman. Just slanting down past the leg stump. But beautiful in-swinger to the right-hander. And that reminiscent of the first innings. 71 overs been bowled with this ball. Oh, well bowled. The great Yorker. Wonderful delivery to end this England innings. 174 all out with Robin Smith 84. A great Yorker.
And that was a perfect delivery. You couldn't have asked for a better delivery from any bowler for any batsman, and in particular if it happens to be a number 11. Waqar Younis, who picked up another 5 wickets in this innings. He took the top 4, and then here he is, 5 for 52, a magnificent performance. And Robin Smith, what a magnificent knock that was. Single-handed out of a score of 174, 84 not out. That was really remarkable, and it deserves all the accolade that he's receiving.
Yes, it was a fine innings from Robin Smith, just 16 short of a century, and he stuck it out there under great difficulties and against some superb bowling. The tail wasn't able to do so. Once Lewis went, then they all went. 174, and that left Pakistan needing just 2 to win. Their opening batsmen, as usual, Ramesh Raja and Amir Sohail. Unusually, Graham Gooch tossed the ball to Mark Ramprakash. He's going to bowl to Amir Sohail. Not only called a wide, but signalled as being the one bouncer permitted in the over. Might be carrying things a little far. And there it is, the winning run for Pakistan. It will go to the boundary. Amir Sohail has hit a 4. 5 for no wicket, Pakistan in their second innings. They have won this final test match at the Oval by 10 wickets, and they have done it easily and with brilliant cricket.
It's a pleasure again for the second time today to welcome the president of the Surrey County Cricket Club, Mr. Dennis Cox, and Mr. Ray Treen, the general manager of Cornhill Insurance. The president now invites Mr. Treen with the very pleasant duty of presenting to Javed Miandad the Cornhill Insurance Trophy and a cheque for £8,000. Congratulations, Javed. The adjudication from Mickey Stewart, the England manager, for the Pakistan Cornhill Man of the Series is very interesting. I will read it in full. Both Wasim Akram and Waqar Younis have consistently produced high-quality swing bowling at great pace throughout the series. In addition, when bearing in mind their unbroken partnership with the bat in the 2-wicket victory in the second test at Lord's, I find it impossible to separate them for this award and therefore make Wasim Akram and Waqar Younis Cornhill Men of the Series. The England Man of the Series for Cornhill Insurance Award, principally because of his match-winning innings at Leeds, England captain Graham Gooch. The player of the match receives a cheque for £575 and an accompanying medallion. To make his adjudication, please welcome that great player for Pakistan and Kent, Asif Iqbal.
First of all, I think one should congratulate the groundsman for producing an excellent test wicket. Pakistanis have played very good cricket throughout the series, and so did England, and I think congratulations to both the teams as well. I wish I had also the choice of giving the man of the match as a joint presentation, but I think deservedly it goes to Wasim Akram, and he is my Cornhill Man of the match.
And after the presentations were completed, Tony Lewis talked with the two skippers.
Graham, first, can I start with you? Commiserations. It's always difficult to lose the series. Do you look back on any one session of the series and say, well, it might have gone the other way?
Well, I think there's a number of sessions that didn't go for us, but, you know, congratulations to Jarb and the Pakistan team. They won this match fair and square, and you know, they deserve to win the series. So it's a good series, and we're obviously disappointed to lose.
I think back to the Lord's Test match, and really that might have gone either way, I suppose, Javed.
Yes, that's right. I mean, Tony, you must be remember when we were tossing before the test match, and I said lose the toss, but I hope we'll win the game. And as you said about the Lord Test match, it could have gone either way, but now I could say, yes, my team is proved. We are the best. We proved that all the matches, and I'm very proud of my team, the way they played in all the series, all the matches.
Graham, if you had to single out some of the Pakistan players for exceptional mention, who would they be?
Well, obviously the two opening bowlers, Waqar and Wasim, were exceptional throughout the series, and our batsmen found it difficult to cope with the method they got for swinging the ball around late in the innings. I mean, just unplayable. And they're two superb bowlers, and you know, they deserve their rating as the top in the world.
So now the test match is over. You're going to tell us how they do it, Javed, are you?
Oh, well, I mean, I can't say much. Everyone's seen the way we performance throughout the series. And as Gucci said about two bowlers, I agree with him, because Waqar and Wasim, they prove they are the best in the world. And obviously, whoever have this kind of bowler in the team, they can win the test match anytime.
How do they swing the old ball?
Well, I'm not going to disclose, but I mean, not Wasim or Waqar. You must have seen all the Pakistani bowlers. They know how to swing the ball. You must have seen Imran Khan and Sarfraz Nawaz, because we play in cricket in different conditions. In Pakistan, conditions are different, and they know how to swing the ball.
Sure. Graham, now you've got some one-day internationals to come. Looking forward to those?
Well, yeah, we're 2 up and there's 3 to play, and you know, obviously we want to win the series, so we're looking forward to, you know, getting stuck in there and having a good 3 matches. So we're disappointed about losing, but we're looking forward to the next round of matches.
A last thought from you, Javed, as we congratulate you. Which of the England teams did you pick out for exceptional mention?
I mean, obviously, Graham Gooch, he played the best inning throughout the series. And they played well, but unfortunately, our bowler was too good.
So England all out for 174 in their second innings. Just 16 short of his century, Robin Smith. A battle for Chris Lewis before he charged down the pitch to Mushtaq Ahmed, and a good stumping by Rashid Latif, who had a splendid match here on debut at the Oval. Pringle, Mallender, Tufnell and Malcolm not equal to the task against those two great fast bowlers. The bowling figures, well, that reflects quite accurately what happened out there. Wasim Akram, 3 for 36. Waqar Younis, 5 for 52. A terrific performance. Mushtaq Ahmed, 2 for 46. And Aqib Javed and Amir Sohail didn't take a wicket. Now, that's the way the game shaped up. It's all over on the fourth day. England 207 and 174. Pakistan 380 and 5 for no wicket. Pakistan won by 10 wickets. This is what happened overall with that great pair of fast bowlers, Wasim Akram and Waqar Younis. Waqar Younis joined a group there of Pakistan bowlers who've taken 5 wickets in innings on many occasions. He has done it 10 times in 19 tests. What a performance. And there's no fluke about it at all. He's just a superb bowler and a wonderful athlete. But 10 times in 19. And the other thing we can show you is those who are averaging 5 wickets in an innings every second match they've played. Now, he's the only one post-war. There's S.F. Barnes, Clary Grimmett, Tom Richardson, C.T.B. Turner, George Lerman, and then Waqar Younis since the war. And that in itself is a marvellous performance. That's what happened in the series. Edgbaston was drawn, rain interfered there. Lords, a thriller, finished in 4 days.